Greed is the magic word today. Oh, we know that we shouldn't be greedy people, and yet in our own life we're continually struggling with the question of security. I don't want to be a person that's always getting more, but at the same time I want to get things in order to have security in the world in which I live. How do we keep the balance between becoming a greedy person and a person that has what we need? When we think about the things that we have in our life, I think it's important to remember the tragedies that we run into in our world. Here in Southern California, where I live, I'm not very far from the mountains. And through the last few years, terrible things have happened with fires that have come and just swept away homes and lives and precious memories with great fires. We're right close to our studio right here in San Bernardino, California. Then there's the old image that we see on television of the hurricanes that come into Florida and into the Gulf states, throwing away all of the security, all of the things that are important in life, swept out into the ocean or swept off away. It's so easy to remember that we can lose those things that we don't want to be greedy, but we do want to have security. And oh my, we could even lose that security, our home, our clothes, all the security we want in life. Well, what are real riches in our life? I started thinking about that. What would be a richness that maybe wouldn't be up to the possibility of being thrown away with a fire or thrown away with a hurricane? What's a real richness that I can hold on to? Well, there's a richness of my health. And I think it's good that we make sure that we watch our diet, we get our exercise, we make sure we take the right medicine and go to the doctors when we're not feeling well. And we have the richness of health. But then there's also another richness that's important, and it's the richness of our mind. It's making sure that we read the right books, look at the right television programs, like this television program, making sure that we're rich in our minds. But then there's another richness, aside from the physical richness, the intellectual richness. There's a deep richness that we can have, and we should almost be greedy for, and it's spiritual growth. Making sure we're reading the right books. Again, listening to the tapes and making sure that we are growing with a sense of greed about the real richness that only God can give.